Real Life Cass. How are you? I have to show you. So I ruined my webcam because I have a hard time not like cleaning the lens, and I guess you're never supposed to touch the lens. So I touched the lens, and that wasn't very smart because that backfired on me in big ways. What are you being nosy about? I need to know what you're being. Oh, I was muting it because my daughter came in. She went running outside and then she came back. So this is going to be a really chill. This is going to be a really chill live because. Oh, sorry. Because all this week, for the rest of the week, I have these really serious lives on these like deeper ish topics set up, and so I just wanted to kind of chill and talk to you guys today. Oh, I came back. What are you being nosy about? That's what I was asking you. Real Life Cass. What's the nosiness about? I want to be nosy. What are we watching outside? Okay, so let's see. I just kind of want to talk to you guys. There's no purpose to this live. There's no big topic I'm going to talk about. Later this week, I have some lives planned where I talk about actual stuff. But today, I kind of just wanted to hang and chill with you guys. Also, for those people playing my contest, this dress is your contest clue, but I said that I would make it harder. So you have to find the 2 videos where I wore this dress, not including this one, and I wore this dress in an interview. Okay? So there are 2 videos and an interview I did with another YouTuber who was recently caught up in a controversy. That's going to be a clue. Okay? So you're going to want to look for interviews with me, and you're going to look for the interview where I'm wearing this dress. And I'm going to need the links to both videos and the interview and the titles for all 3. And so this will be worth 5 points. I told you guys I wasn't going to make this one easy. So yeah. And so people were asking what the prize was going to be. I have a couple of options for a prize. It just depends on who wins it and what they want. So I'll give them some things to pick from. Contest community comedy. Why don't I ever speak to you when you come in my chat? Well, maybe I don't see you. I try to read all the comments unless it's like a topic and I'm talking and I can't look at the comments. So that could be why. I don't know. I talked to you today, so should be happy. Okay, let's see. Hi, 77. So yeah. So I just want to talk today because let's talk about the lives I have coming up. I have a live coming up on child sexual abuse, so child molestation in the Black community, but I'm doing the boys this time. Last time I only did the women. So last time I did the girls. So this time I'm doing the boys, which should make a lot of people happy because I feel like a lot of people were like, what about the guys? But I just wanted to give like the girls their video and then the guys their video. And then I also have something coming up on Power Exchange. So specifically like not necessarily in relationships, although I'm going to talk about that, but just like power exchange and dynamics of submission and dominance in everyday relationships and how we engage in that all the time, but we're not always cognizant that we're engaging in it. and how it can be empowering and allow you to navigate situations from a stronger stance if you're cognizant of the fact that there are power exchange dynamics in all relationships, in all interactions we have with other people. In fact, in Japan, because you guys know my eldest child is in Japan going to school, in Japan, it's actually the way that you talk to a person, the dialect you use, because they have like different hierarchies, I guess you can say, of dialect, change depending on the stance that the people are taking, whether it's a dominant or submissive stance. So this is interesting because some languages, I'm sure Japanese is not the only one, are built around you establishing with a perfect stranger what that power dynamic is going to be. So I have a live coming up on that. I think it's coming up. That one is on December 6th. So Thursday, or no, Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday. So the molestation one is tomorrow. The power exchange one is on Thursday. Then on Friday, I have collective delusion and mass confusion. That's what I'm calling it. So I have that one coming up. So yeah, so because I have all of these like heavy topics coming up, and then next week, God willing, I'm going to start like my interviews. So I have some YouTubers that are bigger than me, hopefully, coming on for interviews. So next week, I want to start interviewing people. And I think I'm going to even do somebody, like a couple people that are smaller than me, just people that I found really fascinating. Like I saw their video and I was like, this seems like an interesting person that I want to interview. So I've been like going around YouTube and trying to branch out and ask YouTubers I haven't worked with before that I like, if I can interview them, because I thought that would be really fun to do. Oh, is your name Hiawatha? Is that how you say that? Hiawatha 81? Hey, you picked a good, well, I don't know. Maybe you picked a good time to check out my channel. We'll have to see. Just because today I'm not really talking about anything. I'm just kind of catching up with everybody. So yeah, so I figured today it would just be really chill, you guys. And yesterday I didn't do my regular posting. I didn't do the contest. I didn't do my regular sit down video, and I didn't do my live yesterday because, okay. Oh, I can show you guys. All right. So first and foremost, I'm going to be able to work with you guys today in a way that I normally can't work with you because I sort of kind of messed up my webcam. So this little camera that I normally film with, I'm going to show you how bad I did it, you guys. And then I'm going to tell you how I did it. You guys are going to be grossed out, but I'm about to show it to you because I'm going to plug it in and show you how badly I screwed this thing up. Hold on. So, oh, do you see it? Y'all, look at that. That's crazy, right? Wow, that's crazy, right? Yeah, so there we go. That's what I did to my webcam. Right there. So how did I do that to my webcam? It's Hiawatha. Hiawatha? Hiawatha? I know. So this is what I did to it. I licked it like this. And then I took this blanket back there and then I cleaned it off. Okay, so these are not eyeglasses. You cannot or lick or pour hot water on them. Apparently, you're never supposed to touch the lens. But I did. So there we go. I destroyed it. This was actually a gift to me. So we just won't tell Tommy Sotomayor that I destroyed the webcam. Let's just keep that to ourselves. Because I haven't even had that thing for a full month and I've destroyed it. So lesson learned. What the? So that is it. Okay, cool. Well, it's nice to meet you then. So, why I wasn't here yesterday, y'all. So I wasn't here yesterday because I started embarking on something Sunday night. And what you guys don't know about me is that I'm very anal. Like really, really, really anal. And once I start something, I must okay, so if it's a project like drawing, let's say if it's art, like drawing or anything like that, a language, anything like that, once I get good at it, I stop. But if it has to do with my personal space, like my house, I go crazy. And so I had an empty space in my house. And since I'm not on my webcam, I can do it. So this space over there, you see that space? And above that bookcase right there? Okay. So above that bookcase, when I normally film on that side of the house, that was like driving me crazy because it was like all empty space where those 4 pictures are hanging. And I called myself trying to vlog for Vlogmas. So it turns out I'm not a vlogger. Um, I don't know how to work a camera. I know nothing about angles. I don't know how these people are vlogging themselves. I'm actually like, I have a whole new respect for vloggers. Oh, hold on one second. That door is going to, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so the I started this thing, right? It all started with that up there, which I couldn't stand because in this house, okay, so this is a temporary house. Can I tell the story without stopping? Let's see if I can do that. So this house is a temporary house because we had to find a place out here to live. And all the houses are very small out here. And you guys know that in the house, my Texas home, right? Both my home in California and my home in Texas are very large, right? Not very large, but like 4,000 square feet, like that. So when we started looking at houses out here in the state that we're in now, it's actually very uncommon for houses to get that big. Hi, Xander. Um, do I say that a lot? Do I say that a lot? Now you got some, now you don't. Hi, Mark. So, so yeah. Oh, Mark, do you know I'm going live on Patreon later? I hope you'll be available. Anyway, so so this house is temporary, is my point. We looked and we looked. We looked for big houses, and in this state, all the houses have weird layouts. And by weird, I mean like there will be a huge room, but it will be only 6 feet wide and like hella long, like 25 feet long, but 6 feet wide. And that'll be like a bedroom. Do you know what I'm saying? Like weird stuff. Or like there will be no bathrooms downstairs. So your guests would have to go upstairs to use the bathroom or into the master bedroom on the first floor. Or there will be like just weird, I don't know. Or the laundry room will be in an unfinished basement. So that you have to go into an unfinished basement to do the laundry. Just weird stuff. And out here, their perception of what is large is very different. So to them out here, if your home is 1,500 square feet, that's huge to them. They think that's a huge house. It's basically like unheard of to get a house over 15 or 1,600 square feet, like 16, 1,700 square feet. This house is around 1,800 square feet. This house is considered huge. Literally, I've had contractors coming here. They all think the house is really big. And half of my furniture is stored right now. So anyway, I called myself vlogging because I live in a small city. You're just repeating my hater? Oh, I don't know who my hater is because y'all know I don't pay attention to haters. What country is this? The United States. So I'm in the United States right now. So, hi, Mr. Oh, I love to go outside. It's just that I like space in the house. Like I like to be able to spread out. Do you know what I mean? And I like rooms for things. Like I like a playroom for the kids and an office and a formal dining and a formal living and then an eat-in kitchen. Like I just like to be able to spread out. So it doesn't have to be huge. I think 4,000 square feet is a good size for a house. 5,000 square feet is a little better, but then like if you don't have enough people, you can get some empty space. So this house is big by their standards. It's small by my standards. Something else about it is that it's weird. Okay, so the ceiling, as you could see, getting into how I broke my camera, why y'all didn't see me yesterday, and how I'm 8 levels of just flipping weird. Um, you got flagged? What? So, all right. So the ceiling, if you can tell, is like peaked. So the ceilings in this house are very low, but they have points where they come into peaks. But the peaks are not like the peaks aren't in a realistic place, right? All of the peaks are like off center of the room. So they're not like peaking in the middle of the room. That one's peaking like 2/3 of the way across the room. And so that blank space was driving me nuts. Or you can see like these walls are short and then this wall is a taller wall, which is why it has art all the way up it. Just weird design stuff going on. Also, the wood. Everything is trimmed in wood, like in every flippin' house in this state. These people are obsessed with wood trim, but not the good kind of wood trim. Not like the crown molding and like the wood inserts and the paneling, not wood paneling, like old school paneling, but like the the decorative panels. Not those, but like wood doors, wood trim, like they love wood. So anyway, I was looking at the front room and I was like, oh my goodness, babe, this is driving me crazy. I can't stand it. I'm going to go nuts. And so I hung those 4 pictures above the bookcase because it was just so much space and that was making me nuts. And then if you look at my prostitution and porn video, like should it be legal or not, that I did with Man of Tomorrow and BMT2, in this corner, there in this corner right here, my curio cabinet used to not be there. That's not the whole cabinet. That's just like 2 pieces of a 5-piece set. But that corner wasn't complete and it was driving me crazy too. And you guys know how it is because when I put my table together, y'all saw that I started putting my table and chairs together and then I started hanging pictures and then I started then I was like putting stuff in the kitchen. So once I get started, like I cannot stop myself. So I ended up doing that. And then the next day, no, then late at night, my man was trying to watch a football game. And I like started having him bring in furniture from the garage. And then I started working on that side. So anyway, so yesterday I ended up tearing my whole house apart and just doing some other stuff, unpacking some more stuff that I had stored outside for the girls and things like that. And so that's why y'all didn't see me yesterday. Hi, Gap Talk. Yeah, Xander, I think 4,000 square feet is a good size. My house in California is just under 4,000 square feet. And the one in Texas, you know, where the realtor told me I was too black to be in the house and have it sell, that one was 4,000 square feet and it had a really good layout. So, yeah, I think if I could take the Texas house and put the California backyard on it, that would be a good house. Kind of, because the master was a little small. I think Akasha flagged you, Sug. for playing the video of her heating on Irene. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care either. I could talk about that too. Anyway, so that's why y'all didn't see me yesterday. Then I tried to vlog. I don't know what I'm going to do with that vlog footage. Like, I decided to walk through the town, which was really weird, y'all, because so I told you guys that the state that we live in now only has a population of like 1% Black people or something, 2% Black people. Like, it's literally 99 or 98% Caucasian. I saw a Black person in my little town yesterday. I think I scared him. I promise you. The look on his face was priceless because I know he didn't expect to see me. Because he like literally like was visibly startled by the sight of another Black person. And I was shocked too. But one of the women that my man works with, she did say that there were 2 Black people in this town other than us. So I guess I met one of them. Anyway, have you guys ever seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers? And you know how like when you don't have a parasite alien in you, they like pointed and they would go, ah! And they would like scream and yell. And so that they could like, get you a parasite. That's what it feels like. We went to Costco the other day. I've never been stared at it by so many people. It's like, I've never been stared at. Like, I've not gone shopping and literally everybody was staring at me. It was very fascinating. Like, really, really, I kind of feel like my son was saying in Japan, like everybody likes to take pictures with him. But I think that's like something they do to all foreigners in Japan. But I guess when you go to a place where everybody looks the same and you look different, it becomes like weird for them. And then they want to stare at you. So that was really fun. And whenever I talk to somebody, they seem shocked that I spoke to them. Like, what am I going to do? 200 square feet, Mister? That's small. But that sounds like my son's home in Japan. It's really small. His apartment's really tiny in Japan, too. Hi, Sosa. Ooh, I like bay windows, too. I really do. Those are so beautiful. And if you get a good window seat under them, yes. Love that. Oh, I could show you guys what I put in there, too. Because I put like all of these knickknacks. I'll take you guys over there in a minute. I put like all of this art inside of them from like all over the world. So like from Black people, like it's Black art, but it's not just from Africa. Like it's from everywhere. Do you get, okay, so some people like closer spaces. You probably like hugs too, real life Cass. Honestly. If you like a close space, you're probably like a person. Do you like hugs? Because I feel like people who like to feel more cozy are like very affectionate people. This is just totally my opinion. I could be completely wrong. Now you got some, now you don't. I'm gonna first of all, not because of you, but I'm just gonna remove that comment. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't care what anybody on YouTube says about me, quite frankly. I addressed not that person. I don't know who you're talking about. I didn't address any person, but I addressed something that happened to me while I was in the room just to address it. But as far as giving energy to like that negative stuff, I'm not going to check that out. Why would I go subject myself to somebody who's going to say something bad about me? I'm like not going to do it. So I don't have a problem with you. You can keep posting, but I'm just going to take that out because I don't even want to encourage anybody to go and check anything like that out. Like, why would I want to point people to the direction of something negative? That's what I don't want to do. Your apartment is 1,200 square feet. I think that's a good size for an apartment. I really do. That's illegal for that real estate agent to say to you, Irene. And if you reported them, I probably should have reported her, but I didn't. She was African, first and foremost. You have to watch the video I did on that. I literally got so upset. I went live like as soon as she left my house because she canceled the open house. Don't even get me started on that. That was so frustrating. I was so frustrated. Yeah, it was mad disrespectful. Really, real life cast, but what about people that you know? Are you like that, like with your family too? Are you just like in general? Because my mom was like that. My mom, like in just general, didn't like to be touched, which is crazy because I'm super affectionate and I like touching people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to touch people when I see you. I want to give hugs. Like, I'm one of those people when they talk to you, they put their hand on you. Yeah, I would drive you crazy, real life Cass, because I would be like, "So what's wrong? How are you? How was your day?" Like all that kind of stuff. If who's an introvert? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yep, I'm not worried about haters. I think it's okay. I think negativity consumes the person that's being negative and says more about them than it does about the person that they're directing it at. So, and it's good for me not to know too, because let's say I have to interact with this person. I want to be able to be kind to all people, you know? And I think that will go further than anything else. In Asia, they take pictures of us because they either never saw a black person in real life or it's one of the few times in their life they see a black person in real life, kind of like celebrities. Yeah. And I think it's extra funny because he goes to school out there, right? But he also has a job. And so he does translation at his work because he works in a restaurant. They'll bring him out to do translation between the English speaking people and the Japanese speaking staff. So even the foreigners take pictures with him because he's not just a black kid, he's a black kid that's speaking Japanese, working in a Japanese establishment. And something a lot of people don't know is that the Japanese have had a lot of children with people in Brazil. So they're actually like half black, half Japanese people. And so I often wonder, like, do people think he's one of those? You know what I mean? You would love to chat with me sometime about black relationships. Oh, that sounds cool. That's cool. Maybe that's a live I can set up for next week. I'm trying to do better, you guys. I'm trying to like plan my lives ahead of time. You know what I mean? Because I've been real bad at that. Like, y'all, I'm trying to have a schedule, but schedules really aren't in my repertoire of like skills. I kind of just do stuff on the cusp, but I can't do Vlogmas. Most of y'all voted for Vlogmas, and y'all, I can't do it. I can't vlog. I suck. I suck at vlogging. I really do. Like, I might put together like one big December vlog to show you guys just how bad I am at vlogging. Like, just try to make all that footage make sense. And it will be like one or two, like, just long December vlogs. And then you guys can just talk crap about how I should never vlog again, like, ever in life. Hi, little Miss Chocolate. I do. I'm very huggy, Xander. I'm a very affectionate person. And my children are really affectionate. They're like, because I'm very affectionate. So I'm like very loving. Oh, you're an introvert. You love to be with yourself. So this is okay. So I would say this. You're an introvert, little Miss Chocolate. I am an introvert in that I'm not good at approaching people, or if I'm in a room full of people, I won't talk to anybody. But once I interact with a person, I'm very personable. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can have amazing relationships with people, and I typically get on well with people too, because I think I'm very, what's a good word to use? I'm very, um, not accommodating. Um, I don't know. I can't think of a word. I can't think of the word I want to use right now. Agreeable. There we go. I'm very agreeable. I'm a very agreeable person. And so I get on well with people once they're in my space. Like once I start talking to them, once I start dealing with them, but I'm not a social butterfly. Do you know what I mean? Like y'all, that's another reason why I think my vlogs would be boring because I don't do anything, y'all. I never have. Like my whole life, I've been a boring person. My god sister, you know, the one you guys met, she would get me to go out when we were younger, but that's not me. Like I don't mind going out to dinner with like one or two people, one person, you know. I don't mind going to a museum, stuff like that. Like I will do stuff, but parks, I love picnics. I'll go the hell on a picnic, y'all. It just give me a direction at a park and I will go to for a picnic. But we're gonna go for a picnic up in the mountains, if we can fight our way through the low brush. So, but yeah, so I don't know. I think you can be an introvert and still be social, like in the right setting. I don't know if you're like that, Little Miss Chocolate, but that's kind of how I am. Another weird thing I learned about Japan is a bizarre game called Concho. What is that? Why do you have the why do you have that face? That makes me not want to know. But you know a game that I do play with my son, Shogi. It's like the Japanese version of chess. Have I shown you guys my chess set? Y'all, I used to be on the chess team. I am a nerd. I'm going to continue my book series. I'm going to do my cookbooks next. That's probably going to be next week. But I'm going to show you guys my chessboard. It's actually right here on this table. This was not planned. This is just where my chessboard sits. Ugh, it's heavy because it's marble. Oh, isn't it beautiful? You guys can't really see it, can you? This chess set is gorgeous. Since I'm not using a webcam, I can probably show it to you guys without like lifting up because it's so heavy. Oh, that was heavy. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Can you see it? It is gorgeous. It is fabulous. It is a chess set. Okay, let me lift y'all back up. There we go. So I have not heard of Concho, but I have heard of shogi, which is the Japanese version of chess. It's a little hard because the pieces have kanji on them. So that makes it a little hard because if you don't read kanji, then it's like, what am I looking at and why? But I try to play it. My son likes to play it. One of his friends is from Japan, and when her grandparents would come in, he would play with them because they actually know what they're doing. I, on the other hand, don't really know how to play shogi. I just try to humor him. But for a chess game, y'all, I love chess. But I'm not one of those like tournament players. You know, I grew up in the city, and on the streets there would be people like downtown on Market that would just be like playing chess, and they're like tournament style where you have to move fast. I'm one of those chess players where like y'all, we'll be playing the same game for 5 years. I'll try to talk. I can't do anything without holding a conversation. My man hates watching movies with me because he likes to watch movies. And now that we live together, like I'll watch movies with him to indulge him, but I always fall asleep if I can't talk during the movie because I'm not good with passive experiences. So I'll be like asleep or I'll be like talking through the movie and I'll be trying to guess. And I'm really good, you guys. I can guess. I don't even watch movies, but it's like I know what's going to happen in every movie. Like I'm batting 100 for this. Every single movie. I saw a movie yesterday about a guy that eats people. And like 20 minutes into the movie, I figured out that the serial killer guy was going to make clothes out of the skin he was taking, like a skin, like a human like outfit. And I figured that out all by myself. Like I figured it out like really quick. I figure out everything because these movies are very transparent. I don't know. Maybe you were watching the wrong movies. I'm not sure. Oh, you speak Japanese, Paul? That's so cool. I didn't know that about you. Let's see. The only thing I can say in Japanese. Um, Oyasuminasai. Oyasuminasai. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say in Japanese. Oyasuminasai. And I think you say that at night. I'm an introverted Virgo who used to be an extrovert, but I like to hang around extroverts. Really, Xander? How did you used to be an extrovert? Can you explain that to me? How does that work? How do you go from being like an introvert or an extrovert to an introvert? What happened? What prompted that change? I like all people. It's hard for me not to like somebody. Something has to be very wrong with you if I don't like you, because I can find good in almost anybody. When is the next collab with your god sister? Oh, I'll have to ask her. I'll see when she's available. Let's call her. She was mad at me the other day. Or mad. I don't know. I can't tell. She's one of those people where sometimes you think she's mad and she's not mad. I can't tell. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She's like, nothing's wrong with me. I'm like, okay. If nothing's wrong with you, why are you yelling at me now? Okay, I'm gonna call her. Oh, she's on another call, so I can't call her. I'll call her in a minute. We'll try her back later. Maybe she'll come on today. She is like the astrology queen. I'm like in love with her. Oh, I don't want to ask him. If he doesn't know, I don't want to introduce him to it. I am not asking him. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian, I love this chess set. So this marble chess set was my mother's. And you guys know, I haven't talked about it. I think I will on my Patreon. Um, but she died last year of cancer. So there are some things I kept that belonged to her because she had them since I was little. So I have a big octagon fish tank, or sorry, it's a hexagon fish tank that she's had since I was little. It's probably about on its stand, maybe 6.5 feet tall. I kept that. I kept the chess set because she and I used to play on this chess set. So I kept it. There were some things that were from her that were really special, and I kept all of those things, and they helped me remember her. Mister, well, not this black guy. Shoot, I wish he would let me talk through a movie. And he doesn't like to tell you what's happening. So, like, I guessed it right yesterday in that movie, and then he wouldn't tell me that I was right. I had to watch the whole movie to find out I was right. At that point, what do I need to watch the movie for? I have figured the movie out. At least that's what I think. That was the real life Ed Gein. What's that? What's that, Mister? Who's Ed Gein? People hate watching movies with you for that reason too. Yeah, why can't you talk? And then I hate when people are like, let's do something together. And they're like, let's watch a movie. And I know, because first of all, I don't want to watch a movie. But second of all, I know that I don't get to hang out with you if we're watching a movie because you're not going to want me to talk to you. So it's really like, let me hang out alongside you and not talk to you or do anything with you. And I like to interact with people. Yeah, I love her 77. Like, I'm so in love with my god sister. She's flipping awesome. I don't like your name, Amish Deviant with herpes. I had to hide you. I'm sorry. Because that's just a weird name. I didn't even like your name. So, anyway, back to our conversation. So I've seen this thing called blackfishing. And it's crazy because this is really weird because YouTube is always trying to get me to watch it. So it's always like suggesting stuff. And so I think there wasn't one of these chicks that's blackfishing. who came up in my suggestions. And honestly, I thought she was mixed. I really did. Yeah, 77. That's good though. Because if you're talking through it, you can't get like fully absorbed in like the programming of it all. You know what I mean? I have a story of where there was a government job I was going out for, and they didn't accept me because I didn't do well with the conditioning stuff. I did really poorly. Like I did very poorly. I'm not malleable in that way. Do you know what I mean? Like there are some things I do um by choice that I can't do by force, you know? So sometimes I acquiesce to things and I'm submissive by choice, but that's like a choice I'm making. I'm not good at somebody programming me to be a certain way, but I'm very good at agreeing to be a certain way. Oh, it wasn't Texas Chainsaw Massacre though. It was like one guy ate people. So there was one guy who was in jail and he ate people. And then there was a guy who was free and he was killing women and like making a suit of clothing out of them. Hi, virtuous one. So yeah, so that was the movie. It's like one guy was eating people, but he was already locked up, and then but he got free at the end of the movie, and he ate some people, or I think he was threatening to eat some people at the end of the movie. And then there was another guy who was free, who was making clothes out of women, and yeah, it was weird. It was a weird movie. I don't know. It was a little creepy. Hi, Nicholas. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. Yep, it was called Silence of the Lambs because the lady, there was like a heroine in it, and she had some weird experience with like a slaughterhouse or a farm or something, and lambs crying. I don't know. The fact that they named that movie out of her weird association is very odd to me, but it was an interesting movie. It was weird, but it was interesting. Like, I don't know. I hadn't seen it, but I figured out that that guy was making clothes out of those women like 20 minutes into the movie. I knew that was happening. That was like very transparent. But yep, that was the name of the movie. It sure was. So we watched that last night. He was trying to scare me because I don't like scary movies. I don't like violence in real life or like violence depicted. Like it makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like violence at all. So, okay. So the blackfishing thing. Okay, y'all are gonna think I'm really weird. I didn't want to do a video on this because like I just didn't think I had enough to say about it. But since we're talking and hanging with each other, why not talk about it? So with me, I kind of am okay with the blackfishing. You know why I'm okay with it? Because I feel like so many black people, and I don't want to trigger any black people, but I feel like so many black people imitate the appearance of white people, you know, with like straightening their hair. And y'all know I will flat iron my hair, but I'm just talking about like not ever wearing their hair like in its curly state, with like straightening their hair or like getting nose jobs or like with skin bleaching. So I think it kind of levels the playing field when white people are trying to look black. And there's actually something in Japan too where Japanese people try to look black. And they even have like a technique to get like afro-y hair. So I feel like good. Do you know what I mean? Let them imitate us. I don't have a problem with that. I think I'd rather them be imitating us than vice versa, or at least level the playing field where, you know what I'm saying? Where we are something to be emulated too. I think I don't know. I don't think anybody I have heard talk about it has taken that take on it. Is that weird that I think that way? But I do. I kind of feel like it's okay. Yeah, I don't like scary movies either. And then let me tell you something. What's up with these scary movies 77 with these crazy ass names? Drag Me Straight to HE double hockey sticks and you know, the demon within and stuff like that. I'm like, what kind of satanic man? I'm not going to see these movies and have a spirit jump on me. I don't know. Some of these scary movies now, like I feel like this isn't even a game anymore. I feel like they're being for real with stuff. And so there's a lot of movies I just refuse to watch because I'm not about to watch something with that kind of name. What kind of evil, crazy nut job came up with those things? Do you sort of agree with me? Oh man, don't test me with your name. Hawatha. Did I get it right? Hawatha? I know. I do think that about the blackfishing thing, y'all. I know I'm jumping between scary movies and blackfishing, but like with the blackfishing thing, I kind of let them imitate us. Do you know what I mean? I think that levels the playing field. I don't know. Like, I feel like the world is going to get to a place where, and I know, again, I know this is going to trigger some people. Try not to be triggered. But I feel like the world is going to get to a place where everybody is just going to be appreciative and embracing of everything. Do you know what I mean? Of like everybody else's thing. And so I think, especially being Black, which makes us unique, because I watched a clip of Miss World 2017, 2018, one or the other, 2018, I think. And it was crazy to me. All of the women look the same. The Asian women, the ones that stood out were the Black women, and there were only a few of them, and they stood out because we look so different. So in a world where everybody has the same skin color and things like that, those of us that look like this, it's good for us to be imitated. You would think that we would be the exotics, so to speak. And that's something I was talking about with Tommy Sotomayor. I was like, Black women have their own literally exotic beauty. We are exotic. Like in comparison to everybody else, we're so very different. So you would think that that would be imitated more, and you would think more people would be imitating us since we're the odd ones out, so to speak. So that's why the blackfishing thing, I guess it doesn't really bother me. I think it's like when I hear of these women taking, what are the pills? What are the pills called that they take to make them darker? I'm like, that's great. Like, what about all these women that are, oh no, my computer's about to die. Hold on, let me plug it in. I'm like, what about all these women who are bleaching themselves? I'm glad to hear somebody's taking a pill. Like, ideally, everybody would be happy with the way God made them, but you know what I'm saying. Um, Steven Scott, blackface. Yeah. Okay. So I understand the history of blackface, right? I do. Let's say this, though. I feel like blackface was always used to, well, I was going to say blackface was always used to be degrading to Black people. Um, I feel like the whole Instagram phenomenon is sort of degrading to Black people. So I guess you could say that. I think more what I mean is that these women are obviously self tanning dark. Ooh, I could do a whole thing, ladies. Do you know that if we tan as Black women, like if we self tan, they have tans that are made for our skin color? You know how sometimes you guys see like Black celebrities and their whole bodies look like glowy? It's because they've self tanned. They've had a spray tan or something. We can do that as Black women in the summers, and it looks freaking phenomenal. It looks gorgeous. It looks like we've been dipped in like gold or honey or copper or something, depending on the color that you get, because you have to get the color that's like suited to your skin. That's just a side note, but try it in the summer. Spray tan. Spray tan in the summer. I know that seems crazy when you're already brown, but trust me, it'll even out your skin tone and give you like a glow that's incredible. Like literally nuts. Okay. Sidetracked on that. Um, but as far as the blackface thing, um, I mean, I hear what you're saying about that. I do. I understand that argument as far as the blackface thing. I don't know if we can. I mean, if we're comparing apples to apples, I don't know that we can call it blackface. If we're going with the strict, very politically correct definition of blackface, which is to literally make yourself look black for the purpose of entertainment, then I guess it's blackface. I feel like this is more like wearing blue contacts, putting blonde, dyeing your hair blonde and wearing it straight, or putting blonde weave in your hair. I think what they're doing is more akin to that than it is akin to the people that like painted their face black and were like doing a jig on stage. Do you know what I mean? At least in my mind. But I do see the correlation um, that people are making and that you made to blackface. But I guess, yeah, I see it more like dyeing your hair blonde, straightening it, putting a blonde weave in, and putting in blue contacts, and then bleaching your skin. I see it more akin to that than I see it akin to a minstrel show. Do you know what I mean? As long as they give us credit for our cultural things and don't outright steal and rename our cultural things because we had to fit in to work in America, they do it for fashion. We had to assimilate. I could see that, Adrian. Um, but then, like, do you mean like the style, the way that we dress, or like what cultural things do you mean exactly? I guess would be my question. Because she's wearing like urban clothing, right? She's kind of tapping into like what's called thought culture. I hate these freaking acronyms, y'all. Oh, I'm so over the acronyms. Like, why with the acronyms? Can we stop with that already? But acronyms aside, she's tapping into like that culture, but then like she's darkening her skin and wearing her curly hair. I don't know. Is that what you mean? Like, do you mean the way she's dressing? Do you mean the darkness of her skin? Because, like, real talk, she was as dark as me, like, as dark as I am in some of those pictures. One of those chicks. I was like, dang, she's really freaking dark. And she looked nothing like when she's just a regular white girl on the street. This was the one I'm talking about is the one that's like she's like from Switzerland or from some ultra white country like that. Um, so I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're talking about. I'm trying to follow you. Oh, like the names of hairstyles? Has that happened? Have they taken like a hairstyle and like twisted it up and called it something else? Do you have an example of that? It's probably happened, but you have to remember I don't watch TV. So this is something that just kept coming up in my feed, and so I looked into it. But are they doing that? Are they taking hairstyles and then like changing the names or something? Is that happening? Maybe. Oh, yes. Yes, it is happening. Okay. Like, for example, what? What did they do that with? What did somebody do that with where they took a hairstyle? What was the hairstyle? What is it called? And what did they change it to? Just out of curiosity. Ah! Wait, but isn't the silk press like a Japanese thing? She called it the gloss look. She called it the gloss look, though. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know the history of the silk press. I'm gonna have to roll with you on that one. I don't see the harm of this white girl doing what she's done. Black women regularly try to look other than black all the time. Well, that's true, Michael. Black women do that. That's true. That's why I was saying, like, I would rather see more people imitating us because I think when we imitate them, we're giving that standard of beauty, we're putting that on a pedestal, right? I think when they imitate our appearance, they're putting our standard of beauty on a pedestal. So to go for that curlier hair, to go for that skin as dark as mine, do you know what I mean? Literally, her skin was as dark as mine. Y'all, I don't even know how she accomplished that. That's crazy. It was glowing and everything. That was crazy. I don't know how she did it. That had to be a spray tan because there is no amount of sun in the world. Because we know how dark. I've seen some crisped out white people who can tan, and they've never gotten that color. But she was literally my color, and I was like, that is wild. I wish I could throw up a picture of her. Let me see if I can find a picture of her to show you, like, she was my color, the color I am currently at this time. And so that is why it was crazy. I just want to see if I can find the picture. Oh, her body is, oh, I don't know about the body, but I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. I don't like her body. I don't know. I like shape and all that, but this look where you're like so shapely, it's uncomfortable. That part is a little scary. Although I know some women with real bodies who are so shapely it's uncomfortable. They're a rarity, but I've seen a couple of them out there in the world. Okay, I'm about to show you guys. Oh, hold on. I gotta stop. I have to stop. I need to open up a new window for this. Oh, no, I don't. Let me see. Okay, let me share it with you. Let's do this again. Okay, so there she goes. Can I make this bigger? Oh no, something's happened. Can I make this bigger? Can I view image? Can you guys see that? So this is the picture that I was talking about right here. So this is her normally. Can I make this any larger? Open image in new tab. Oh, okay. So this is her normally. And can you guys? Oh, sorry about that. And so this is her right now. Now, I promise you, is this not what color I am? Hold on, look at me. Look at this. This is her normally. All right, now look at me. So, how did that happen? Y'all tell me. Because I was like, my daughters are half black and they don't even get that dark. Like, they don't even get as dark as I am. So, I think she sprayed herself. And that goes back to what I was saying, ladies, about the spray tan if you're a black woman. They have spray tans just for our dark skin, and they make our skin look retardedly gorgeous. Like, it's crazy. And they have all types of glosses. It could be like a glitter, so like you look like you're covered in shimmer. You can look like you've been dipped in honey. You can look like you've been dipped in copper. Like, you choose, sweetheart. But don't say that I didn't give you this little tip to make you look flawless in the summer. The only thing is that spray tan does come off on stuff. Like, it very slowly comes off. So that's kind of a downside, but so pretty. Look up Tan Mom. Who's Tan Mom? Okay. Tan Mom. Oh, wait. Somebody's calling me. Who's calling me? Hello? Sorry, you guys, I got a phone call. All I have to do is go live and then people call me. But I have no life, so nobody has to call me. Like, all I do is take care of my family and talk to you people and read. Copious amounts of reading. Okay, Tan Mom. Let's see. Tan Mom. But see, that is a whole nother no. I'm not showing that picture. She's just, I mean, that's disturbing. Plus, her skin wouldn't hold up because their skin starts to get these very, very small wrinkles, like very crazy, like crumpled paper if they tan too much. So I don't think she's tanning. You know, I think that's a spray of some kind because she would wreck her skin because their skin cannot take all that sun because they don't have, you know, when people get darker in the sun, that's actually like an allergic reaction to the sun. That's what tanning is. You're like allergic to the sun and your skin tries to protect itself by getting darker. I've had this happen to me. Y'all, I have to show you guys a picture. Like, I started out one summer and I looked like I had been kissed by the golden gods. And then, like, as the summer went on and I didn't check like my sun exposure, I was literally like 13 shades of brown. It was the craziest thing. I've never gotten so dark in my life. And had it all been uniform, it would have been beautiful. When I say I had tan line upon one color of brown upon another color of brown, that was crazy. I have to dig up those pictures and show you guys. That was like the scariest mess. Yeah, she does look like a completely different person, Hawatha. She really does. She looked like a totally different. Wait, cornrows are now boxers braids? Wait, no, I thought box braids were like the individual braids and like cornrows were like when you braid them all the way back, like, you know, all the way. Is that not the case? The Bo Derek look. Who's Bo Derek? I'm so mad you had me look up Tan Mom. I will never unsee that, Mr. Mister. That was the wrongest thing. Y'all don't share stuff with me like that. You know, my son, there's like a parasite that like eats into bugs and then it makes them walk around and stuff. And then when the parasite's done growing, it like spews out the bug's head. He showed me that video footage and I've never been able to unknow that knowledge. So speaking of things, because I'm full of like information you don't want to know. You know when flies are flying around all crazy and they're like flying into you and they're bumping into windows and stuff? Do you know why they do that? It's because they're born with like a fungus in their brain. And as they grow, because they only live for a few days. Like flies don't live for very long. The fungus starts to take over their brain and it drives them crazy. Real talk. That's why I hate flies. They're so disgusting. And they defecate every time they land. Nasty stuff. Nasty, nasty. But she does look like a completely different person, Hawatha. You're right about that. When I look at it, it's still degrading. It seems like they are trying to be a top of the heap Black woman rather than a poor-looking white woman. So the beauty hierarchy stays intact. Well, I will say she looked like trash. Well, okay, stop. She wasn't as attractive as a white woman. She definitely looked more attractive as a Black woman, but I'm going to take a shot at the top of the heap Black woman thing because I didn't find her to be top of the heap. And I don't know. I think we have to undo that we have to undo that mindset of what top of the heap is. Because top of the heap is the Ethiopian look, right? Is that like top of the heap is like what we consider now like the Ethiopian look or I think top of the heap used to be like light skin Black woman, but now I feel like Black people are trying to be more conscious, right? So now top of the heap is you're darker skinned, but you still have all of the fine features. So I feel like we have to undo that. I don't know. What do you think? I could be wrong. But I do agree with what you're saying, Stephen, is that she came out much hotter as a black girl than she did as a white girl. Oh, Joe, it could be Photoshopped. That's true. It could be Photoshopped. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Okay, I'm behind. Sorry. Yeah, she looks so scary. Are we talking about the Tan Mom again? Oh, yeah, she wrecked her skin. That was a wrap. Her whole skin. Oh, are you taking yours down? I love braids. I've had braids once in my life. I cannot wear braids because, fun fact about me, y'all, my hair is very, very fine. I don't have a lot of hair. You know how people think all black girls have a ton of freaking hair on their head? That's not true. We all don't. I don't have a lot of hair on my head. My hair is relatively long. You know, I have like a good 20 inches of hair, but I don't have thick hair. My hair is very fine and it is very low density. I did not hit the black hair lottery in any way, shape, or form. I didn't get an afro. I didn't get a bunch of hair full of head that could fill up 4 people's heads. I didn't get that. I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything at all. And my girls have no hair either. Well, Bella has twice as much hair as Liz and I, but Elizabeth is suffering from the same deficiency I'm suffering from, which is the non-thick hair. That's why I don't straighten my hair very often, because then I really don't have any hair. It makes a bad situation worse. Hi, Tyrone. No worries. Yeah, they are crazy flies, though. They really are crazy. That's like a real thing. I'm not making that up. They really do have a fungus in their brain. It makes them crazy. Fashion magazines have renamed our cultural things and present them as brand new trends, so that's annoying. Yeah, I could see that. Do you have fine hair too? Let me see your hair. I'm going to go to your channel so I can see your picture better. Oh, yeah, you look like you have fine hair. You're also just fine. There's that too. You're gorgeous. But yeah, you do have fine hair. I can tell. Because all of us fine hair committee girls, this is what we do. We do this. Because if I pull it back, let me just say that if the sun and my hair meet, it's a comedy show. It's pure flippin' comedy. I love black women so much. I date a bald black woman who's confident in natural looks. Actually, I used to be bald. Okay, this is a story time I'm not going to do now because I'm going to do it on my Patreon, because that's where I'm putting like all of my personal stuff. But I will say this, y'all. I used to be bald. I was bald for maybe a year and a half. It was the dumbest thing I ever did, but I cut my hair off to the quick, like no hair. What I found out about, though, is that I very much like my face. I also found out that I have a very big head. So put that together. Fine hair, no hair, big head. My head is big. And my forehead is like an 8 head. Meaning the mulatto look, I don't care as long as you're black as far as your beauty, but I do think East African women are the most beautiful. So I guess I'd follow that trend. Yeah. And see, I guess what I do when I think about that, Stephen, is, and that's a good name. Stephen is a good name. I feel like it's unfortunate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm winning in that regard, right? Because I've got that look type. But I think that the standard should be the widest nose, the darkest skin, the thickest lips, the kinkiest hair. Like, that should be our standard. as Black people, like our beauty should start there, because I feel like for every other group, like their standard is their most identifiable for them. And for us, it's the least connected. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. You could say it's an improvement, but it's not. Like, I think we need to improve more on that. I think that's like essential, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. You said that's your go-to hairstyle? Yep. Yep. It's my go-to hairstyle too, because you got to work with what you got. I would like, I see people, because I think Nyla is actually in the business. Like, she sells hair. I don't know if she does it like on a retail level or if she does it like on a wholesale level. So I always thought I could put like hair clips. I don't think I could weave my hair. But you know how you have like the clips, but I don't think I have enough hair for that. I don't think I have enough hair to even thicken my hair with hair clips. So I just work with what I have. This is just my natural God-given everything, y'all, because I just do the best that I can. And I just take a good portion of my hair. But see, I noticed from this side that it looks like I'm bald. So now I try to take like this little piece of hair and then I put it there. And then I put the rest over my shoulder. Look number 2 for fine hair chicks. Look number 2. And you also have to be careful what you put in your hair when your hair is really fine, because a lot of these products, like Wash and Goes, I could never, I don't know, your hair looks a little bit thicker than mine. I can't put gel in my hair because you will see scalp upon scalp upon scalpiness. So I never put gel in my hair. I can't put anything thick in my hair. I put avocado oil in my hair. And not a lot, because I'll get scalpy with avocado oil. I normally just put it on the ends of my hair, and I put it in my hair after I wash my hair. Because scalpy. Very scalpy. But on the upside, my hair dries really fast. Like real fast. Like I can air dry my hair in an hour, hour and a half, with no problem. Kenya and Uganda are included. Oh, okay. My head isn't that big. I just have a lot on my mind. I have a whole lot on my mind, if that's the standard. Yeah, Stephen is a good name, 77. I agree. I really like that name. She does have a unique and beautiful name, Paul. And you know what? I'm not even going to try to like, is it Burhane? Is that how you say your name, Burhane? I'm fine, Dwayne. Hi, Frantonio. It's so hard because some of you have like really interesting names, because we can't talk to each other. I don't ever want to say anybody's name because then I'm like afraid to butcher your names. I don't want to be the name butcherer up in here. That's what I don't want to do. Burhani. Oh, wow. I was so, wait. Burhani. Burhani. Oh, dope. Okay. Oh, you're East African? Oh, well, see, you're the go-to beauty standard right now. You are the go-to beauty standard right now. Hello, Mickey. That's crazy. Okay, y'all. So that's just what I wanted to do today. I just wanted to kind of, because I feel like the last few lives have been cool. You know, the information's been informative and da-da-da. But, you know, I just like to talk to you guys. So I know that these lives are not as popular. Like, these lives are more popular with people who I really connect with. And so I just wanted to come on and have like that kind of live, because the rest of my lives this week are going to be a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to have a day, especially since I wasn't live yesterday, to just kind of sit and talk to you guys and chill, because, you know, I like to talk to y'all I like to read your comments because y'all crack me up. So East Africans can look very diverse. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Your head looks like a big milk dud. Does it really? Oh, let me look at your picture, Mr. Mister. Yeah, it does. But I think it's amplified because you have no hair. Just embrace your big head. Us big-headed people need to stick together, okay? Big-headed people and Black girls with fine hair, we just need to stick together. That is what is essential. That's what's essential. Love your big head and your fine hair. That's what we have to do for ourselves. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to stay on here, you guys. I just wanted to take a day and just chill and just talk to you guys and just enjoy you guys, because sometimes the topics are heavy and I don't like to do lives where I can't read the comment sections. You guys know that really bugs me because, you know, when the lives get really big and it's like 100 people or something like that, I can't look at all the comments, and I like it. I mean, I like attracting a group that's really dope. But at the same time, sometimes it's just nice to just talk to you guys. And so that's what I really wanted to do today, was just actually sit down and talk to you guys and stuff like that. And so I'm glad that we had that chance to do it. I'm not sure. I have to check with Nyla. I might be doing 2 lives tomorrow because I want to interview Nyla on something that we said we'd do many, many weeks ago, and we haven't done it yet, which is Black femininity versus white femininity and what that looks like. It will be a learning experience for me too, because honestly, until she brought it up, I had never considered it. And so that's why I wanted to interview her on that, so she could kind of share what that looks like. Because you guys know she's very insightful about a lot of things. And then I have like a whole slew, and I think I've made it so that they advertise a day ahead my lives. So I have all of my lives picked out for this week. And so just to recap, we're going to be looking at child molestation in males in the Black community. We're going to be looking at power exchange and relationships, both intimate and just general relationships. Then we're going to be, what is the other one titled? The other one had like a funny title. It's called Collective Delusion and Mass Confusion. So it's just going to be talking about things that we're collectively deluded about in the Black community and how that contributes to confusion amongst our ranks. And so I need to get all my sources and things in the description box. What I threw up now is just so that you guys could see it ahead of time and know what was coming. But I want to thank you guys all for chilling with me. Bye, Adrian. Let's put our heads together. We'll be half a box of milk duds, Mr. Mister. Do you prefer these chill lives? I do too. I do too. I do too. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's live is going to be back to the regular humdrum. But I'll make sure I throw in lives like this because I like to talk to you guys. So that's always nice to do. With that said, I'm out of here.